Packing to go away is never easy, but for a trip like this one it's particularly difficult. A trip like, no, I'm not going to tell you just quite yet, but I will give you a few clues. For example, I'm not going to need this kind of thing, long dresses. Not sure if I'll need the sunglasses. Binoculars could definitely be handy. I'm quite sure I'll need my raincoat. And I could need bucket loads of this. Nice, relaxing bubble bath for a long soak.
With all the water behind me, you could be forgiven for thinking I'm in the Lake District. But actually, after considerable disagreement with the flat nav system, reached my destination in the pouring rain, unfortunately. I've come over the sea to Skye. Nowadays you don't need to speed a bonny boat to get here. All you have to do is come over the bridge. Well, I'm a long way from home, but it's actually only taken me a few hours to drive here. However, it's going to take me about 5 weeks to get home again because here is my chosen mode of transport. He's called Max and he's a Clydesdale horse, and we're going to ride all the way back to South Cumbria. Now, last time I saw you, I was just about to get on board a ferry with 8 other people and 9 Clydesdale horses. This is how we got on. Understandably, there was a little hesitation at first about going on to the ferry, something completely new for Clydesdale horses, indeed most horses. But on they went, stood together like good uns, and were absolutely wonderful the whole way across. The ferryman was quite impressed.
Well, it was pretty new for us. You know, they were quite frightening actually. They were bigger than I thought they would be, but they were. It was okay. Yeah, they went on pretty well.
can see, we've already had adventures galore, and doubtless plenty more lie ahead. If you'd like to see them, join me next week for another instalment of the Great Clydesdale Migration.
I gotta say, that's pretty classy, Gary, for a guy with a coonskin cap.
Would you like some information?
Pack of
This
three.
stuff is pretty darn good.
Well, the Great Clydesdale Migration is making its way surely and not always slowly down from the Isle of Skye, where the horses used to be based, to the south of Cumbria, which will be their new home.
Oh, going under low-hanging branches is not a good idea to gallop. Whoa, fantastic. That was great. Good boy.
Along the way, they've climbed the odd mountain, proving that they must have a healthy portion of mountain goat in their heritage, walked without fuss over clanging metal bridges which rang to the sounds of their hooves, and coped calmly with an unexpected cattle grid at the other end. My adventures with the Clydesdales have given me enormous respect for these big, brave horses. Andrew Butcher from Carlisle, who joined us on leg 3, felt the same way.
Andrew, can I just interrupt you for a second here? Now, you're from Border TV territory.
I am indeed, yeah.
Tell me what you're doing on the Great Clydesdale Migration.
Well, I came across a leaflet of Annie's up in a tourist information centre some time ago, and I just thought what a great thing to do. People of my build aren't normally welcome at riding stables, but the combination of what Annie was doing with heavy horses is just fantastic to me. And so I sent her an email just to congratulate her on what she was doing. And it went on from there, and the chance to come on this was just too wonderful to miss, really. So I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it.
So what was yesterday like? You were on Gypsy, weren't you?
It was just a dream, really. She was so good. All the horses were good. You know, a credit really to Annie and what she's doing.
So we've left the wild beauty of the north of Scotland behind, but doubtless we'll find much more to enthrall us on our way down the country. I'll let you know how we're getting on in the next instalment of the Great Clydesdale Migration. Reaching the borders was a significant milestone in the epic journey of the Great Clydesdale Migration, as it made its way from the Isle of Skye to South Cumbria. Crossing the River Tweed in bright autumn sunshine gave us all yet another very special memory to add to the store built up over the previous weeks. After the beauty of Skye and Scotland's west coast, it was nice to enjoy a rather more gentle type of scenery, but nonetheless beautiful for all that. And then to one of the highlights of the entire trip, arriving in Newcastleton to a very special welcome.
Right, we're just going to lead you into the village after the square, okay? Good.
Led by the tub and committee members of this year's Copshaw Common Riding, we rode to the village square.
On behalf of the Great Clydesdale Migration, thank you very, very much for the lovely welcome you've given us here in Newcastleton. It's very special to be here. Today's the day that we cross the border. So momentous. On behalf of the tub and the Copshaw Common Riding, I would like to welcome the West Highland heavy horses and their riders to Copshaw home. These are magnificent beasts, and the horses are tremendous too. We are sure you will find the village a friendly and hospitable place.
That we certainly did, and if the horses were perhaps a tad bemused by all the commotion, they stood like sentries, thoroughly enjoying all the fuss. On through the forest to the border crossing. Would they or wouldn't they cross?
Welcome to England.
I'm just so excited about our horses. They've just done so well on this ride. They've just brought us through. The horses have been the least of our problems. Really, they've just got such energy and stamina. We came out this morning from Newcastleton. They just did not want to do anything but trot. They just wanted to get moving. And it's really exciting.
So the horses and riders have made it to England now, very nearly at their ultimate destination in the south of Cumbria. Join me next week for the last instalment of the Great Clydesdale Migration.
Bye! Good luck!
So here we are, reaching a rather significant milestone in the Great Clydesdale Migration. This is the first day of the very last leg. I'm kind of sad about that, but I'm sure everybody else will be delighted to get to their new base in South Cumbria in just a few days' time. Setting off from a very beautiful location today just beside Ullswater.
It turned out to be a deceptively gentle start to a day which held no shortage of adventures. Not least being the path around Ullswater, rocky and with an alarmingly steep drop at one side. The horses were perfectly relaxed as they picked their way down, some of the riders considerably less so. After that, getting to the top of Kirkstone Pass, a mere 1,500 feet above sea level, seemed like a gentle stroll. Day 2 brought us sunshine and a chance to see the Lake District at its most glorious best. And what better way to view such incredible scenery than from a Clydesdale's back? They say you should always save the best for last. Well, I don't know if it was the best, but it was certainly the toughest. Climbing to 2,000 feet in somewhat less than hospitable conditions.
Yes, the highest point in the ride is a good place to be. We're going to get out of it as quick as we can.
Nice, you're in it.
And, as if to reward our endeavours, the sun broke through to greet us on the other side. And so, 40 days after it first set out from Skye, the Great Clydesdale Migration arrived at its destination at Chapel's Farm in South Cumbria, safe and sound, and to a rapturous welcome.
And another toast to that. 12 inspirational horses and 2 inspirational people. Clydesdale. Welcome.
So, galloping off into the sunset? Well, not exactly. The Great Clydesdale Migration may be over, but for the brand new Cumbria Heavy Horse Centre, the adventure is just beginning.
As soon as I turned his arse to the camera, he shit.
Good. Slow down, baby.
What a brave big fella.
Gilly Fraser off camera.
The real Gilly Fraser. Okay.
Not the Gilly Fraser you all know now.
Right. Serious face? Serious face. Okay. Now, the reason these Clydesdales are going all the way from the Isle of Skye to the south of Cumbria is because Annie Rose and her partner Tim Ankrum, who own them, are resettling there, setting up a new riding school, riding, trekking. I'll start all that all over again.
Yes,
Shite. Right. Okay.
You know, a credit really to Annie and what she's doing. Just a wonderful experience, and it's great to see you as well.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Excellent. Give you your fiver for that later. Go on, Fraser, let's see you.
I can't do it.
One for the bloopers.
Oh, perfect time, I missed that.
Okay. Slow down. Slow down.
Now, part of the pleasure of being on a ride like the Clydesdale Migration is interacting with the locals, which is just what Benny Dog's been doing right here. Fancies himself as a bit of a hunter, does our Benny. Look, there he goes.